It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And David Aldridge is standing by.
Well, Kevin,
thanks for that, DA. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And both teams are pretty loaded in the front court. Chris, that was your neck of the woods, wasn't it? What's it like in there for the big fellas?
Oh, man, they're going to need a lot of ointment after this game. It's going to be a lot of banging. You're going to be sore. You got to bring your big boy hat. No tears. Don't cry to the ref. Just get ready to wrestle. Let's just manhandle each other. Let's have some fun inside.
Get there, get there.
I bet you were sore after many games, weren't you, with all the contact inside that lane?
Oh, man, can you imagine taking an elbow from a Mutombo or a Shaq right in your sternum? Yeah, you come home and you look at your body sometime, you're like, what is this on me? So it's really physical in there, a lot of stuff that the fans kind of don't see, but you got to love it. You got to be ready for it every night.
Got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, inside we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters, at the 2 and the 3. And it's Curry in at point. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Durant. Finished off the break. Durant's got his second basket.
I like how Durant assessed the situation and decided to go with the floater. Not always the easiest decision to make.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Curry against Westbrook. Now here's Curry. He's tightly guarded. Second chance shot. That shot misses. Excellent D there from George. Warriors on D. Adams with the screen on Durant. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That ball's nice feed that time from George. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry dishes to Durant. The pass to Green. Back to Durant. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Green missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Oklahoma City called for the foul. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
And the first one drops.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
That one is no good. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
And here's George. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. For 3, Westbrook. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3 ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
Now here's Thompson. Green, no luck. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. From 20 feet out. That one rolling around and rims out.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Roberson. He's covered by Thompson. Here's George. Goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Adams.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
And it's Durant missing.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
Group in here for the Thunder. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Arenas is checked in for Andre Robertson. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And so here is Oklahoma City. The Warriors making the shot. And George kicks to Arenas. Patterson, the screen. Clock at 6. Felton the pass to Patterson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And here's Livingston. He kicks it to Iguodala. Green inside, working on Grant, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Well, I love how he used his strength that time to get his shot up. A powerful player who continues to get better.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw drops for Green. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. With 1 on the clock, Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
When he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Well, obviously that was the game plan coming in. Be physical right off the rip.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Nick Young is out there with Iguodala. And there's Livingston. And it's West. And it's McCaw in at the 2. First free throw is good. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We've played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position and the right situation.
Raymond Felton hits them both.
Something we've seen a few times that the Warriors went through last season was super teams needed time to gel. Not the same incredible start for the Warriors. They weren't able to match their 73-win season. But who cares when you bring home that chip?
Now here's Livingston with a floater. Tries again. And the layup is good. Livingston's got 5.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Young against George. Good defensive work there by Young. As the games went on, however, the Warriors looked more and more cohesive as a team. Took some bumps getting there, but it was worth the wait.
Well, we saw the same thing in Miami with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, or in Boston with KG, Pierce, Allen, and so on. So finding your roles and figuring out who needs to do what. It's a big part of NBA basketball. The Warriors were not exempt from that, even with Durant. Look, if you let Sean Livingston get to the free throw line and in, you might as well just be a layup. He has become lights out with that nice turnaround jumper from that range. Hand in his face, doesn't matter.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
One drops. He ties it up. And Livingston is incredibly lethal from that mid-range spot. He's perfected it, especially, Chris, since he likes to drag the smaller guards down to that range.
Oh, yeah. Livingston knows where his spots are on the floor, and he goes right to them. It's a big reason why his shooting percentage is high for a point guard. He's just a very smart player who knows how to make the most of his game.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. Team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength. Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
Now here's Livingston. 7 points in the game.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Felton kicks to George. Over Young. Lets the 3 fly. Bring us with a bucket. Now it's a 4-point Oklahoma City lead.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's McCall. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Fires from 14. That one a little long.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
In the corner, George with it. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style again.
And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mates?
Wow, defense, someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard, when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for you.
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Carmelo Anthony comes in for George. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Durant comes in for Nick Young. Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Anthony dishes to Robertson. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors trailed by 4. Curry passes to Pachulia. At the elbow, Green. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
1:46 left now here in the second. Now here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. Patterson setting the pick for Anthony. Patterson, the screen, out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. And Robertson kicks to Adams. Curry with the steal. .116 left to play here in the half. Pachulia dishes to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Off target on the 15-footer. The Thunder with the lead. Outside Anthony. Over Durant. That misses off the backboard.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now Anthony, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. The 19-foot shot. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Curry wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Curry's got 6 points.
You know what? Teams are 100% focused on Steph defensively, yet he still creates space beyond the arc.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Westbrook. Here's Robertson, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Roberson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
it really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Draymond Green. Draymond, big front court on the other team. Was the game plan to make them adjust to you?
Absolutely. We know their size is what they were going to bank on. Pull them away from the rim a little bit. We were able to knock some shots down.
You look comfortable, and they did not. Thanks a lot, Draymond. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And so it's Golden State with it. And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career. You had plenty of big moments with that club. Any stand out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, for me, it was something very special. Going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other. And jump ball and winning and scoring my first bucket. So many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget.
Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Here's Robertson. Lays it up and banks it in. Roberson's got 5 now.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in. Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. Can't pass that shot up.
And Robertson has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Curry with another miss. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Robertson kicks to George. Passes it to Westbrook. Just 4 to shoot over Thompson. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
So it's the Warriors now after Oklahoma City gets the 3. And Thompson kicks to Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 11.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Westbrook with it. 12 points for him. Anthony with the screen on Thompson. Westbrook passes to Carmelo. Adams with the screen on Green. Anthony. That shot off the mark. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Durant kicks to Curry. Pass to Thompson. There's the pick. The dish to Durant. That one is good again. He sits right from the floor with the basket.
There's a reason why he is regarded as the deadliest scorer in the game. Durant just can't be stopped.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? Both, you know, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you know, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. You know, just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so to me, the veteran presence is everything. You know, Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I mean, I would have paid him to do that. So, you know, it's really cool because just as much as they get on you, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Well, that's good to hear. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for George. Arenas is checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for West. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. McCaw, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And it goes on Draymond Green. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
That's good from Anthony. Both free throws good from Anthony. Well, you could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Now, here's Grant. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Felton dishes to Patterson. Anthony against Iguodala. Kicks to Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. Goes up at the stripe. A putback, and Green is right there. Green's got 10 points in the game.
You have to be careful. This is where Draymond can really hurt you, converting off the miss.
Now Felton Outside Anthony. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Green for 2 points. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
There's a screen. Iguodala, the pass to Livingston. Feeds to Young. Shoots over Grant, and another basket for Golden State.
If you leave him alone, he'll drain that mid-range jumper all day long.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, get a couple runouts, get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving, keep the intensity.
Steve Kerr asking his guys just to keep up the pace, playing selfishly, basically be yourself, stay in character.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what this team is capable of. Just looking for a couple of plays to really kind of kickstart that engine and give them that little sustainable groove.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala is at the 3 with Green playing the 4. Livingston is out there with Nick Young, and it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint. That doesn't go either for Green.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Abrinas. Here's Patterson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And the Thunder lead by 1. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Livingston, and another basket for Golden State.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, credit the competitiveness. Neither team wanting to give up an inch.
Moment here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Durant. What's the status, David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Warriors' head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates.
And Young kicks to Green. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Felton. And it's Iguodala missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Baseline try. And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now, this game is coming down to the wire, and rush plays like that show how much pressure the players out there really feel.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. Roberson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Golden State also making some changes. Durant's checked in for Iguodala. Thompson comes in for Young. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
2 shots from the line. Steven Adams.
Two shots.
He's off on the first. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. The Warriors leading. Outside Durant. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
And here is Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. But Julia misses off the left iron.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Adams with the screen on Thompson. Westbrook with the bucket. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Picked by Pachulia. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 12 points for Steph Curry.
Living for the big moment. His composure in the clutch is phenomenal.
At the elbow, Westbrook. Back to Robertson from past the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Pachulia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry dishes to Thompson. Picked by Pachulia. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Pachulia. It's good on the putback. Pachulia's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Anthony with it. Now Green defending. Anthony kicks to Robertson. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. Curry against Westbrook. Right at the free throw line. And it comes off the front of the rim. And here now the Thunder have allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Curry. Outside Durant. There's the triple. No good on the shot. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Z, you guys were playing a team that really gave you a great effort, but you were able to overcome that and get the win.
Well, we expected this kind of game from them, but you know we gotta do our thing. You know what we're doing, play our game. We have to bring the energy. That's the most important thing right now.
Zaza, thanks for your time, man. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.